Welcome to Astro Predictions channel. So this is a new video on Saturn's transit and how it is going to affect all the races for the year 2023 and also like the coming years 24 and 25. It's going to stay in Aquarius sign from 2023 January to 2025. So how is it going to affect all different races? We are going to see. But before that, let me quickly explain you regarding Saturn. So generally we have this preconception that Saturn is, the planet which is recognized for giving hardships, retardedness, slowness in whatever you do. That's what Saturn is recognized for. But the actual truth, if we need to say, it's like it is the only planet which gives results at the end. Though it makes you, uh, do hard work, it gives you so much of trouble. It gives you, delays in whatever you are working on, but it is the only planet at the final point it will give you a result. So whatever house it is transiting, it will put hardships for you in that house, but the thing is before it is leaving that house it will give you a result for that house. That's the secret of Saturn. So like, if you are a follower of astrology or believer of astrology, they will be saying like, Venus is a very good planet and it will give good results for you. But the thing is, at the end, at the end point, the results of Venus might stand or might not stand. You might be winning a lottery, or you might get some sudden wealth. But the point is, will that wealth or whatever you have got, will that stand with you till the end point? That's the question mark, right? All other planets will give you some sort of results or the other sort of results, good results, but will they stand? But whatever Saturn is giving you at the end, they will stand with you, because Saturn is always like, it teaches you lessons like life lessons. Suppose you are working on a project, it will delay the project, it will make you work like hell for that project, but the end you will be able to successfully complete the project, and the lessons you have learned during this project time, you can remember them for your lifetime and they will be useful for you. That's what Saturn does. So it's like, its general conception is like Saturn is fearful planet and it gives bad results. That's what is being propagated from years and years. But we need to know the truth. Saturn is the only planet which gives you hardships, but it also gives you results. So the thing is, suppose Saturn is transiting through your seventh house, and during this time you will be facing hurdles in your relationship with your spouse or in some partnership business. You'll be facing hurdles and hardships. But the thing is, the secret of Saturn is that it slows down the process of this house, of the seventh house. So it gives you a chance, like in movies you see, right? Slow motion, you can see it more clearly. You can, your vision enhances, and you can, you know, analyze more properly in that slow motion what is happening. So that's what Saturn does. It slows down the process of that house, whichever house it is transiting through. It slows down all the process in that house. Even the results get slows down, and you will be seeing all the hurdles in that. But the thing is, it is giving you a chance to overcome those hurdles, to face the challenges, and to find the solutions for those challenges. That's what Saturn is giving you an opportunity to, so that you can work towards them and you can find the solutions. So in a relationship you will be facing all those issues and all, but you will have time to analyze and focus on them and to find out the solutions at the end of this transit. Like when it is transiting away from the seventh house, you will be in a position that you have good understanding about your relationship with your spouse, and you know like what works and what doesn't work with your spouse, how you can make your spouse happy. All these things you can learn. That's what Saturn gives you. That's the way you need to think. Don't just get scared or fear that, oh my god, Saturn is transferring through this house and it's going to give me hardships. It's going to give you an opportunity to learn about that house, learn about that, that feeling. And whatever new project you will be taking up, it's always, in the starting it's new, right? But by the end of that project, even if it gets succeeded or it gets failed, you will be having that good experience which is very much useful. And even if you are switching a job, experience is what they pay for, right? They will always ask for experience. Experience is very worthy, and Saturn is the planet which gives you that, complete good experience, whatever house it is transiting through. So this is something which you need to know before looking at Saturn's transit and its effects. So just don't get scared, just feel lucky that Saturn is transiting through any house in your chart, and it is going to affect that house, so that you are getting that chance to really know about that aspects of life and learn and have that experience, and you know to be a mature person to handle that house scenarios. That's what Saturn is. So saying that, let's quickly switch into that topic. you know what what are the effects of this transit for each rasi? So yeah, so let's check for Aries, how Saturn is going to affect Aries sign. So for Aries, Saturn is going to transit through Aquarius, like I said. Aquarius is the 11th house for Aries, and Saturn is going to aspect Aries through its third aspect. That is, the first house is being aspected through its third aspect by Saturn, your own house, and through seventh aspect it is aspecting Leo, and it's your fifth house, and Scorpio is your eighth house, and it is being aspected by 10th aspect of Saturn. So like your first, fifth and eighth house are getting aspected by Saturn through 3, 7 and 10 aspects of Saturn, and your 11th house is the house where Saturn is transiting currently. So first of all, if you take the 11th house, uh, transit of Saturn is generally considered very good. I mean, generally, Saturn, not only like the apart from the challenges and all, whatever it is supposed to give when it is transiting a house, 11th house transit of Saturn is generally considered very good. It gives positive results. You will see some very positive changes in your life with this 11th house transit. It is the Labasthana generally. It's called the Labasthana, and you will find good, what we call, good progress in your life, good stature. You will achieve good stature in your field, whatever field you are working in, and you will get new contracts, new job opportunities, and it's also like 11th house is generally the house of network. So you will see good good positive aspects through networking. You will get good fortune through your network circle or through your friends. You will host big parties or functions, and you will be participating in so many get-togethers. You will meet your friends, and also you might get good offers through this friend circle, and it's aspecting your first house. So generally you need to work towards your health, your health issues, or you need to take care of your health. You need to be disciplined. You need to do regular workouts, exercise, the minimum exercises which are required. You need to take care of your body, your health, your general, the self aspects you need to take care of. You need to put efforts on this. So like I said, Saturn makes you keep efforts regular, be regular to your exercise routine, and follow a routine, a daily routine, and be disciplined. That's what Saturn is expecting from you. If you run out of this discipline, and if you are not following a good discipline, and if you are like enjoying with you are not taking proper diet, and you are eating junk food, and you are not what we call careful about these things, it will give you struggle. it will give you struggle towards your health issues and all. And if you are disciplined, you will be, habituated to that discipline, and you will have good results. So that's what it's affecting your first house. You need to take care of your first house, health, self. And it is aspecting your fifth house. And fifth house is generally, you need to take care of, or you need to take care of your kids. You need to be monitoring them regularly, and you need to, monitor their studies or whatever they are into. You need to have that regular checks on your kids. And fifth house is also, it's an indication of love. I mean, the love house, love proposals. You can expect some struggles in your low aspects. And also, like, if you want to propose to someone, you can expect some hardships there, but work towards it, and it will give you results, like I said. And it is also aspecting your eighth house. If you are married, if this is the house of your in-laws, so you need to take responsibility of nurturing that relationship with your in-laws, your spouses, parents, and relatives. So you need to work towards it to maintain proper relationship with them. So that's what Saturn is expecting. So these are the houses it is aspecting. And 11th house is the house through which it is transiting. Generally, it's a great transit. And be prepared for all the positive things that are going to come to your life through this 11th house aspect of Saturn. Yeah. And if we look at Taurus, for Taurus, Saturn is transiting through your 10th house, and it is aspecting your 12th house through 3rd aspect, 4th house through 7th aspect, and 7th house through 10th aspect. So first of all, Saturn transiting to through 10th house. It's the house of your job environment, office environment. And if you are into business or whatever work you do, you're going to work on a regular basis, it's affecting that house. This house shows your job. So Saturn in 10th house generally, um, gives you a chance to work towards your projects. And it lets you know the minute details which might fail. It lets you know them, and it gives you a chance to work towards them. Even it is getting delayed, or you are facing some failures, don't get don't lose hope. Just work towards them, fix them. You need to fix them. If not now, some other time it's going to come out, that issue. That's the reason Saturn is giving you these issues in your job or job environment. So you need to extend your work hours. You might need to stretch yourself in the office, stretch your office hours. But like I said, finally it's going to give the result for this house. It's going, if you are expecting some promotion, or if you are expecting some change, or if you are expecting your project to be completed successfully, finally it is going to give that success. But you need to work towards it. You need to keep extra efforts. You need to be more vigilant. That's what Saturn does in 10th house. And it is aspecting your 12th house. 12th house is generally the house of foreign travel, or it is indicated as the house that indicates loss. And Saturn is aspecting this house through its 3rd aspect. So generally, you aspecting 12th house is like, it gives some delay in that house, like I said. So it's not like a negative thing. Mostly it's going to delay the factors of that house, so nothing much to care on that. And if we switch to the 4th house aspect through its 7th house, so you might 4th house is generally the house of uh, your family, your home, the home environment, your family. uh, So this house is being affected through seventh aspect. So the relations in your family, you need to put efforts to, you know, hold those relations together. The home environment, you need to work towards it. You need to regularly check on that. The home, the family relations, your parents, your spouse, your children, the relation with them, you need to work towards that. You, if you neglect that relations, and if you are neglecting putting efforts into that house, Saturn will give you trouble in that house. So just, you need to concentrate on that house. You need to put your efforts and work towards those relations to have fruitful relations. And it is also aspecting your seventh house through 10th aspect. So again, seventh house is the house of relationship with your spouse. So this house also, it is aspecting, it might cause some, you know, issues towards this house, but might be, it's like you might need to stretch long hours, like I said, work hours and all, and you might get some disturbances due to that in your relationship with your spouse. So you just need to balance, work life balance, like they say. You just need to balance that. That's what it is uh, aspecting. So like I said, the concentration is mostly on your job, because it's transiting through your 10th house. So focus more on your job, put those extra hours and efforts, whatever are required, to get the good results at the end. So that's what Saturn does when it's transiting through 10th house. All the other aspects like 12th, 4th, and 7th houses, the family, the relationship with spouse, all these are secondary things, the aspects. You will observe a few issues or delays in these houses, but you can manage them. That's for Taurus sign. And let's move to Gemini. So Gemini, for Gemini, Saturn is transiting through your ninth house. Aquarius is your ninth house, so Saturn is transiting through your ninth house, and it is aspecting your 11th house through its third aspect, and third house through its seventh aspect, and sixth house through its 10th aspect. So how is it going to be if it is going through your ninth house? First of all, it came out of your 8th house transit. So whatever issues you are facing from the past 2.5 to 3 years because of Saturn's 8th house transit, whatever troubles or whatever you are facing through the 8th house, those are going to come an end. That struggle is going to come to an end, and it's transiting through your ninth house now. Ninth house is the house of, you know, properties, wealth creation, your gurus or your guidance, the people from whom you can get guidance, your higher education, long distance travel, um, you know, worshipping God, your rituals towards God. All this is indicated by ninth house. So if you are dealing with some property deals, or if you are going to purchase some property, or something related to your wealth, it might show some delays in this, or show some issues in this, but it's all for the good. You need to figure out the solution for that issue, and if there is really an issue in that property, it's better to drop that. Saturn will show you all these litigations and all, so you need to be careful before purchasing a property, and you need to work towards that. You know, you need to get that information which is required to uh, you know, confidently go for the purchase of that property. And like, you might you might be facing some, you know, you might be waiting for some wealth which needs to be, I mean, inheritance wealth. All these things Saturn is looking through when it is transiting through your ninth house, and you can expect results by the end of this transit for sure. And yeah, like I said, you need to put some efforts for that, for sure. You start working towards achieving those, or whatever efforts are required you start putting, you will get good results in that. Property, wealth, higher education. Uh, if you are looking for some guidance, you will find that guidance from some senior people, but you need to work towards that. You need to be dedicated towards all these things, then only you will be able to grab those fruits of these. So that's what Saturn transiting through your ninth house indicates, and it is aspecting your 11th house and third house and sixth house. So it might make you a little lazy, as it is aspecting your sixth house. Sixth house is generally, the regular efforts you will be keeping, and also sixth house indicates your enemies. So uh, it delays the efforts of your enemies, which is kind of good. And third house aspect through its seventh aspect, third house is generally, uh, the ability. It shows your ability. Third house is your capability and ability can be seen through your third house, and also the relationship with your siblings, brothers, sisters, that is seen through third house. This house gets aspected through seventh aspect of Saturn. You need to work towards maintaining the good relationship towards your siblings, and whatever issues you might face, you need to try to make some put some efforts to rectify those issues with your siblings. And yeah, that's for Gemini. We can say that it's a good transit, uh, transiting through your ninth house. By the end, you will be able to have some good property purchase and all. You can expect that, even if you see some delays and issues in that, but definitely you will be able to do that by the end of this transit. That's what it indicates. Also, you will be getting some higher education, higher learnings. If you want to switch to some other domain and you want to learn something, it is all indicated in this transit, so you can work towards that. So that's for Gemini. Let's move to Cancer. For Cancer, Saturn is transiting to your through your 8th house, and it's aspecting your 10th house, the job house, your second house. The money flow is indicated by second house, and your 5th house, your love life, children. So the main house is 8th house, through which it is transiting for you. 8th house indicates suddenness, like sudden accidents or sudden loss, uh, and it indicates your in-laws, the relationship with your in-laws, like I said, and it indicates the relationship with your relatives, spouses, father, mother, and you know, and if uh, ethos is also the house of secrets. So all these things gets affected through Saturn's transit. You need to work towards these things, towards keeping good relationship with your relatives or spouses, parents, spouses, relatives, and also like you need to be careful while you are driving. Sudden accidents, all these things are indicated through 8th house, and Saturn transiting through this house might indicate these things. So you need to be a bit careful in this transit, and also it's aspecting your second house, like I said, the regular expenditures and regular monthly income, whatever you are getting and whatever is the expenditure, and what is the amount you are saving, and all these things can be seen through second house, and it is aspecting your second house through seventh aspect. So you might see some uh, hit on the regular income flow, or you might get some sudden expenditures because of this transit, and you should be prepared. Have good amount of savings, save for the dry day that you might have listened. So just have some good savings. It might affect your money flow, or it might give you new expenditures. So just be prepared for that. And it is aspecting your 10th house. uh, you might face some delays in your 10th house aspects, like through third aspect it is looking to your 10th house. So your ability or capability might be at test. So you need to prove your ability while performing the tasks at your job regularly. Don't what we call, don't get angry or disheartened because of that. Just take it as a challenge and prove yourself on a regular basis. By the end of this transit, all that efforts will be recognized, and you will be, definitely given, good results. That's for Cancer. If we move on to the next Rashi, it's Leo. So for Leo, Saturn is transiting through 7th house. Aquarius is the 7th house for Leo. 7th house, like I said, house of marriage, relationships, relationship with your spouse, and your love life, and business. It can be seen like the business house. If you are into business or partnership business, that can be seen through 7th house. All these things are 7th house, and it is being Saturn is being transiting through your 7th house. All these things gets affected. So you need to put efforts to maintain good relationship with your spouse. You need to work towards the relationship. If you are neglecting, if you are not giving or allocating good time to spend with your spouse, you will be facing some issues here. So you will be getting exposed yourself to some issues with your spouse's relationship with you. So try to put efforts towards that aspect. And also, if you are doing some partnership business and all, you will be some issues might pop up in that business. Be careful with that. You need to track on regular basis what's happening in your business. And also, if you are looking for some match, or if you are looking for some marriage proposals, you might not find a good proposal immediately, but don't stop looking for, just continue looking for. Matches will be coming, and even if you are getting less number of matches, just go through that. Just try to see match after match till you find whatever you are looking for. So you keep efforts towards looking one after the other, you will find a good match definitely. But it's going to give some delay, but you will find a good match. That's what Saturn indicates. And it is also aspecting your 9th house, 1st house, and 4th house. So 9th house, again, like if you are a student and looking for higher education, to go for higher education, you might face some issues in that area, but you need to be careful, and you need to be keen on what needs to be done, and whatever applications or whatever you need to send it on time, so that there won't be any issue in grabbing that seat in that university. So don't make any delays from your side. Just be punctual from your side, so that there won't be any issues. And sometimes you will feel like you are not getting proper guidance, but try to find out seniors wherever, like in the job or in your education. Try to uh, ask for help through seniors, ask their guidance. And Saturn is telling you to learn how to get guidance from seniors, to learn how to find seniors in your domain and learn from them. Saturn is teaching you that. So just take steps towards that, finding your guidance who can guide you, and you will get proper guidance and you will be successful. And it's also aspecting your fourth house. Fourth house, you, again, like I said, your family, relationships, your home environment, and its 10th aspect. So might be you won't be able to spend much time with your family. You won't be able to have good number of hours to be at home. But like, if you are not here, you might need to put some effort somewhere in the job or in your business. That's what makes this happen. But try to balance between both, between the job or business as well as the home. That's what is for Leo. So moving to the next Rashi, Virgo. For Virgo, if we see, Saturn is transiting through your sixth house. So sixth house Saturn's transit is considered to be very positive, because sixth house is the house of enemies. The regular work you do, and it is going to expose your enemies' plans, or the people who are trying to do some politics in your job environment. All these things will be exposed to you beforehand, and you will be able to take good measures to counter them, to counteract towards them, and you will be successful in that. You will be able to achieve success on all the politics, office politics, or on your enemy vision. You will be able to achieve success. That's what Saturn indicates when it's transiting through your sixth house. It's considered to be a positive transit for Saturn. And also, like, you will get some good opportunities if you are planning for a job change, or if you are planning to start some business. You will be able to study the market in which you are trying to enter through that business. You will be able to study that market beforehand. You will be able to gather more information on that, and that will be very helpful for you. That's what Saturn's transit through sixth house indicates. So you will be able to achieve success on in all that has been being indicated by the sixth house. Sixth house generally is the enemy house. Success on your enemies, the regular efforts you keep on something, your job, the work towards your job, and all that efforts will be fructified. You will be able to achieve whatever you are working towards. That's what Saturn indicates when it's transiting to your sixth house. Also, it indicates so much of positive things. Generally, sixth house transit of Saturn is told for its very positive what we call results. And it is also aspecting your 8th, 12th, and 3rd house through its 3, 7, and 10th aspects. So, like I said, 8th and 12th houses are like 12th house is the house of loss, and something related to being what we call being stuck at some point, some place. All this is indicated by 12th house, and 8th house is sudden death, sudden loss, sudden accidents, all these things. Saturn aspecting these houses is generally like, it kind of delays the results of these houses. So generally, it's like, if it's aspecting the negative houses, it doesn't give negative results. It's generally delaying those, which is kind of positive for you in that aspect. And it is also aspecting your 3rd house through 10th aspect. So again, like I said, you need to work towards your siblings relationship, as it is aspecting your 3rd house. The relationship with your siblings, that and all, you need to take care of. And also, again and again, you might be confronted with question towards your ability or capability to perform certain job or tasks that you need to prove again and again. You should be open to take up those challenges and prove yourself. That's something, if it is aspecting your 3rd house. So that's why Virgo 6th house transit of Saturn is very positive. So good luck. to reap all the results, all the good results. So let's move to the next sign, which is the sign of Libra. And Saturn is transiting through your fifth house for the sign of Libra, and it is aspecting your 7th, 11th, and second house. So fifth house aspect again, if you are married, especially the concentration is on your children, their education, how well they are performing in their day-to-day life. All that you need to take care of. You need to especially focus on that aspect. If you are neglecting to, you know, regularly allocate some time to your children, there might be cases where you might end up finding that they are into some bad habits, all those things. So just allocate some time regularly towards checking out their activity, their progress in the school or their education, whatever field they are in. You just need to keep track of that. That's what fifth house of Saturn's transit indicates. You need to put some efforts towards that. And also, like, if you are into some love proposals and all, you might see some issues there. It might get delayed. Whatever you are expecting, or whatever you are expecting from the other to accept your proposal, it might be delayed. You might not get a proper answer immediately, but just keep your efforts. If not today, if not tomorrow, someday they will accept you if you are keeping the efforts. That we can say. So that's what fifth house transit of Saturn. And also it indicates like whatever field you are interested in, or if you are looking for some opportunities, like suppose you are in a job in some IT field and you are interested in some business, or if you are in some business and you are interested to crack some government job. So whatever you are interested in, your interest is also seen through your fifth house, and there might be some delays in getting results in your interested fields if you are trying for that. So don't lose hope, just keep your efforts, and just keep your travel towards that continuing. You will definitely find the result. You will definitely get success in that, whatever you are looking for. Just continue your efforts towards that. That's what you need to do when Saturn is transiting through your fifth house, and it is aspecting your seventh house and 11th house and second house. So again, like, second house, you need to be careful with your savings. You need to be well prepared with good amount of savings, because it might hit your uh, money flow, income, or it might give you more expenses. Either of it can do. So if you are prepared with some good savings, you can easily cross this period. So, and also, like, it's aspecting your seventh house through third aspect. So you need to be, you know, don't, there might be situations like you will be thinking to give up, and you will be thinking that you can't do or take it anymore in the relationship with your spouse, or in business partnership relationships. All these things you might be thinking of giving up, because Saturn is aspecting this house through third aspect. You will lose hope, or you will think that you are not able or capable to perform that. Don't do so. It is just testing you, so that you will realize your capability towards these relationships or partnerships. Put some more efforts. You will be definitely able to maintain that good relationship by the time this transit ends. That's what Saturn's transit through your fifth house indicates. That's for Libra. Let's move to the next sign, Scorpio. For Scorpio, it's transiting through your fourth house. So Scorpio, from Scorpio, Aquarius is the fourth sign, and Saturn is transiting through Aquarius, so it's transiting through your fourth house, and it's also aspecting your sixth, 10th, and first house through third, seventh, and 10th aspects. So fourth house. Fourth house indicates your home, sweet home, family, parents, kids, your kids and spouse, your home. Fourth house indicates your home. It also indicates, you know, your settlement in some place, or your like your home construction. All these can be seen through fourth house, and it also indicates in a way like your uh, properties, family's properties. All these things can be seen from fourth house, and all this comes into concentration through Saturn's angle. So just keep the required efforts to maintain good environment at your home. Just don't neglect, because Saturn in your fourth house, it directly aspects your 10th house through seventh aspect, and as it gives some delays, or it makes you put more efforts in your job, your daily job, daily work, your business. It might ask you to keep more efforts there. You need to keep more efforts to get good results there, but you need to balance. Like, if it is asking to put more efforts there, if you completely leave this fourth house, like if you completely neglect your family hours, you are going to get affected in the relationships. So just try to make some balance, and try to keep allocate some hours for family, for sure. Your family expects your time. You need to give that time to your family, your parents, your children, your spouse. The concentration is on these aspects when Saturn is transiting through your fourth house. So just take some time for this, so that you won't face any issues. Otherwise, you will be literally bombarded with different issues in your family or home. So to avoid that, spend proper time with your family regularly. That's the suggestion. And it's also aspecting your 6th, 10th, and first house. Like 10th house, it expects you to work long hours. As it is aspecting, it gives you some delays in the results of your job. And it's also aspecting your first house through 10th aspect. So like I said, you should be disciplined. You should be taking care of yourself, your health. You might face some issues in your health. You might find out that some hidden issue in your health comes out. So you just need to work towards that. You just need to take care of your health. That's what it indicates if it is aspecting your first house. So that's for Scorpio. Saturn's transit through your fourth house. Let's move to the next sign. It's Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, Saturn is going to transit through your third house, and it's aspecting your fifth, ninth, and 12th house. Generally, frankly speaking, third house, if Saturn transits, it's deemed as a positive transit. It gives you so much of positive results. So third house, like I said, it's the house of your ability, capability, your bravery, whatever you know you show your confidence through this house. So, and Saturn transiting you through your third house, it gives many positive results, be it in your job, or in your relationships. All through, it gives positive results. And it's aspecting your fifth, ninth, and 12th house, like I said. So uh, be careful while purchasing properties, or if you are expecting to go for some higher education, just uh, make a checklist, think twice, and see through it that all the applications are sent on time. That's what you need to check if it's aspecting your ninth house. And its aspect through your to your 12th house. Generally, like Saturn's aspect to the native houses is generally, it can be deemed as positive. So overall, I would say that it's a positive transit for you. Just stay focused to reap the positive results of Saturn. And let's move to the next sign, the sign of Capricorn. And Saturn is transiting through your second house for Capricorn, and it is aspecting 4th, 8th, and 11th houses. So Saturn transiting to your second house, it indicates, your wealth, your regular money flow, your expenses, monthly expenses, and uh, your monthly regular income flow. These gets affected. There might be a hit on your income flow, or you might get some new expenses added on to your list every month. So just have proper planning and be prepared with some good amount of savings to pass this transit with positive results. Saturn teaches you how to save money. Saturn teaches you the importance of saving money as it is transiting through your second house, and it makes you, you know, realize the importance of having multiple streams of income or having good amounts of savings. It shows you those rainy days, how you can handle those rainy days. That is the test it keeps you when it is transiting through your second house. So just be disciplined in your regular monthly expenses and the way you save and all. If you maintain proper discipline in this financial aspect of your life, you will go through this phase very happily. And if you are not having discipline, if you are not following proper schedule or proper way of handling these expenses, if you are not disciplined, then you will regularly face issues when Saturn is transiting through your second house. So be disciplined in your financial aspects to pass this phase. It's otherwise it tests you very badly. So yeah, your financial aspects should be taken care when Saturn is transiting through your second house, and it is aspecting your 4th, 8th, and 11th house. So you might face some issues in your friend circle, in your network. You might be asked for some help from your friends, or you know uh, these things. But first, think about your needs. First, if you are able to fulfill your needs, your family needs, then you can go for helping others. So just keep that in mind. Family first, your expenses, your income, you need to take care of, and then you need to think of others. And it's also aspecting your 4th house, so you need to take care of your home environment, your properties, family's properties. You need to take care of them. You might face some issues towards them, you need to take care of them. You might get some house repair works which you need to address as early as possible. If you are having own properties or houses, rented out properties, you need to make some repair works towards that. That's what Saturn indicates through this transit. So that's for Capricorn. Moving to the next sign, the sign of Aquarius. Saturn is transiting through your first house. Saturn is transiting through Aquarius from January 2023, and that's your own Rasi. It's transiting through your first house. So in a way, it's like it's the second phase of Sade Sati, or 7.5 years transit. You have already crossed 2.5 years, and it is the second phase of 7.5 years Saturn transit. Generally, Saturn is told to give hardships during this 7.5 years transit. But the thing is, Saturn is transiting through Aquarius. Aquarius is its own sign, so no need to fear at all. It's positive when it's transiting through its own house. Aquarius is Saturn's own house, so it generally doesn't give you so much of hardships or challenges. So in that way, it's positive, and it's aspecting your third, seventh, and 10th house. So you might need to work towards your relationship towards your siblings, brothers, sisters. You might face some issues with your siblings. You need to work on that. And seventh house aspect, you might face some relationship issues with your spouse. You need to work on that, spouse or spouse family. you need to put some effort towards that to maintain good relationship. And if you're trying to get married or looking for match proposals, you might face some challenges in finding a good match, but keep looking, you will definitely find a good match by this transit, by the time this transit ends. And it's also aspecting your 10th house, so be focused on your job, don't neglect the timelines, just be prepared to address all the work within the specified timelines. In that way you won't face any issues because of Saturn's transit. And it's transiting through your first house actually, right? So you might become a little lazy, but definitely you need to, be disciplined. You need to do regular workouts, you need to take care of your health, get proper health checkups from time to time. There might be some hidden issues in your health, just get all those health checkups done, and try to identify if there is any hidden disease or illness. And identifying on time can prevent much of the disaster, right? And be disciplined, have regular exercise, have proper diet, don't go and feed on junk food, especially during this transit of Saturn. You may gain a lot of weight, especially during this transit, or you may face some uh, health issues and you may lose weight. And it's like your health is in concentration during this transit. Especially take care of your health yourself. Is You should concentrate much on your health yourself. So, and also it's if uh, people who are having a habit of consuming alcohol, it's better if you leave that habit in this transit, or you need to reduce the intake at least. Because especially during this transit, it gives you can say that it's a testing period of your self, the way you treat yourself, the way you are disciplined towards yourself, towards your life, the same way the results will be. So that's the concentration part for this first of transit of Saturn. Be aware of your health and health issues, be disciplined, and follow a good routine, follow a good diet. You will have good results through this transit, otherwise you will face really challenges. So that's for Aquarius. Let's move to the last sign, that is the sign of Pisces. Saturn is transiting through your 12th house for the sign of Pisces. So 12th house Saturn transit is generally marked as the first phase of 7.5 years Saturn or Sadhisati. So this 7.5 years transit of Saturn is generally considered as negative, most negative transits of Saturn. But like I said, this is quite a challenging period, but Saturn is showing you a way to address these challenges. Saturn is making you prepare yourself to get the experience of how to, do this journey through this 7.5 years. And by the time you finish this 7.5 years, you will be a different person with so much of experience, which can be used in a very positive way in your life. That's what Saturn gives you, experience for lifetime. And it is the starting phase, like I said, 7.5 years transit. But the thing is, Aquarius is Saturn's own house, so your 12th house, Aquarius, is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is transiting through your 12th house. So as its own sign of Saturn, the negative will be, surpassed. So it will be, we can say that you will you will go through those challenges, but very easily you will come out of that. Very easily you will find the solutions. 12th house, like I said, it's the house of loss or foreign travel. If uh, you might be in a need to travel to foreign places, or you might be uh, getting a need to do some long journeys because of this transit. And you need to be careful, well prepared for those journeys. uh, and foreign travel or long travel is generally with a good amount of expenditure. You need to be prepared for all that, otherwise you will face challenges in financial aspects as well. So just be prepared for that. Expect such things to come up: financial expenses, sudden expenses, or travel related. Like you might need to travel to your hometown if you are working somewhere uh, in a long distance, or if you are at your hometown, or if you are in some job, you might need to go to some faraway place with transfer and all. Transfers and all can also be indicated through Saturn's 12th house transit. You might be transferred to some long distance places. So all that is indicated through Saturn's 12th house. Just be prepared for that. Prepare your mind for that. And it's aspecting your second, sixth, and ninth house. Like I said, if Saturn is aspecting or affecting your second house, you might need to keep track of your expenses and the money flow. Each month, how much money is coming into your pocket and how much are your expenses. You need to strike a balance between these two to have, you know, proper smooth flow forward into your life. So that's something you need to take care of. Financial matters, please check once or twice every month. Just keep track of your expenses, keep track of your money, just keep track of your future expenses, and what is that you are expecting in the near future, and what are your plans for the far future. Everything you just make a note and just think through all those aspects, what you need to fulfill financially, and just check that you are properly investing or properly saving for those things. Just go through those checklist again. That's what is indicated. And that's for Pisces. So that's it. That's the end of Saturn's transit and its effects for all the rasis. Hope you got some information on that. This video is for giving you information. Basically, it's not saying that it's a negative transit or a positive transit. It's for giving you indication like which aspects of your life Saturn is going to affect during this transit. That's what is the purpose of this video. So I think you got that aspect which Saturn is going to affect. And please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to make individual videos for each Rasi, how the effects of Saturn and other planets are going to be in the year 2023. To get the updates of that, please subscribe to Astro Predictions channel. Thank you.